And with that, let's dive in and pull up the screens. So to start, we'll show how you can use integrated systems to broadcast messages to your network. Let's say I'm a private wealth manager using the Symphony desktop app for my daily workflows, while my client likes to use their mobile phone. So as we can see here, this is my Symphony desktop view. All my client communications are conveniently located in a dedicated workspace labeled Clients, which we've just clicked into. Thanks, Ben.
And inside this workspace, we've got Symphony's broadcast bot, which I particularly love. What we're going to do is we have the ability within this to send out messages across WhatsApp, WeChat, SMS, Line, or all of them at once to multiple clients through these distribution lists. So we're going to, if you can do the honors, we're going to select the VIP market update list and drop a message in. And that's going out to multiple recipients from that list. Now, the beauty of this is you can integrate it with your CRM system. So if you have an approved directory of contacts, you can pull those lists in from there, or the end users can just take it upon themselves to do that straight from the UI. So super flexible.
Yeah, super cool. So as you can imagine, this broadcast bot allows us to get information out to our clients quickly and in one go, while our clients are all receiving this information from their preferred chat channel, which can be different. So whether that's SMS, WhatsApp, etc. And of course, it goes without saying that this automation removes that dreaded copy-paste action on repeat, or the need to ever write again, wrong chat, please ignore in a panic, which has happened once or twice. Yep. But of course, just makes the workflow much more efficient overall.
Exactly. So a bit less Control-C, Control-V in our lives. Who doesn't like that? That's a win. So we're going to pull up the message that's gone out to Harrison, lucky recipient, and have a look at it on his phone, if I mind out. So we can see that he's received that as a text message. So he wanted SMS. It's his preferred channel. And he's able to respond directly from that.
So a quick pro tip for Symphony users, if you're like me and like to keep your space tidy and optimize screen real estate, you may prefer this new way to view Symphony messages, which we'll show in a second. So if Min just clicks on the icon at the top of our Symphony desktop app, we see that the Symphony app now fits nicely in my busy desktop layout, all the while maintaining that practical and familiar user experience that still allows me to action and respond to messages quickly.
It's good, I like it, it's tidy, but I'm the big noisy one in this dynamic duo. So let's jump back to the full screen mode. I like the flashing lights. So the reason I prefer this view is within this workspace, I've got all of my external client conversations. I can manage things in real time and react to multiple messages coming in at once across different channels.
Yeah. That's actually pretty convincing. I can get behind
pitch,
that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But on that important point of centralization, we also now have a virtual number solution that allows you to have a dedicated business phone number, which you can share with your clients so that they have a single point of contact to reach you. So this, of course, makes it a lot easier for both parties, but also is helpful for business continuity at the firm.
Exactly. So on that topic, we're going to stick with the dedicated number piece. Dive into our second perspective. So we're going to switch gears and have a look at Harrison receiving that call. Now the cool thing here is I'm going to make that call with my dedicated Symphony number, but from the desktop. So I don't need to pick up my phone to respond to his message. So again, Min, if I can lean on you to start that call up. And we'll see the call box on the top left there. So that's dialing through to Harrison. I don't think you'll pick it up, but there's going to be a compliance disclaimer that just reassures everyone that it's recorded, it's being archived, you can sleep soundly.
Hey guys, thanks for sending the info across. Keeping my eye on the EV market. What do you think about the European manufacturers right now? The French side seems pretty innovative.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on that, Harrison. I think the new regulations are going to come in next year, and we think it's probably going to kick off. So I'm actually on with the Paris team at the moment. You know Maysa, she's going to stop on and have a quick word with you, I think, about it.
Yeah, so I have been looking at the French market, and I know, Harrison, you've been brushing up on your French, so we'll just stick to that language. It'll be good practice. Salut Harrison, on te rappellera dès qu'on a plus d'infos sur ces fabricants de voitures électriques, on aura les prix et quelques idées d'investissement.
Thanks, Maysa, or should I say, merci.
De rien. All right, so if we just regroup from that, that was in part for the French speakers in the room, but also we promise serves another cool purpose for the demo, which we'll get to in a bit. Yep. But just for context, I just told our client Harrison that we'll get back to him with some investment ideas in the EV space. So from Harrison's perspective as the client, he was able to directly respond to our message and answer our phone call from his mobile phone. And from our perspective as the private wealth managers, we were able to directly respond to his message and launch a call, all the while staying in the Symphony desktop app, which is our preferred view. And of course, all these voice and text conversations are recorded to ensure compliance and to allow us to review them later on for a few sales insights.
Perfect. So, in the final section, we're going to just round out this end-to-end workflow and have a look at things from a compliance perspective.
Beyond basic record keeping, we hear that compliance officers also need an extensible solution that allows them to enhance existing lexicons while creating their own customized alerts as regulations evolve.
And you saw earlier on how on the Cloud9 side, we're looking at trader voice analytics. Our partner Umony in the background has been transcribing and analyzing that call that we had with Harrison in real time, even accommodating Maysa's flamboyant French outburst.
Oh, I try. So if we take a look, we're already there at this compliance alerts room in Symphony. As Chris mentioned, we're receiving alerts from Umony in real time via Symphony APIs. Some of these alerts are to indicate that a call has a high risk score or that it addresses a topic that we want to track for business insights, etc. Now, we mentioned that this is a live demo, so while we wait for that call with Harrison to transcribe, let's take a look at some past alerts. We know that our colleague Mario had a few calls this morning. Let's just see if there's anything we need to investigate further. If we go down to the risk score, right, we see we have a 70 out of 100 risk score. I think we should take a closer look.
It probably needs a closer look, yeah. So, Min, if you just click on the link there, we can jump from Symphony straight into the record in the Umony portal. And if we just expand that detail, we've got the audio recording, we've got the summary of the call, action items, and of course red flags. And the important thing here is that where those issues have been captured in the call, the flag is on that point. So the compliance officer really has a much shorter journey to the information they need.
Super cool. So now if we stay within this Umony portal view and go back to the call that we just had with Harrison, so here what we see is that Umony has identified the languages spoken, so French and English. It automatically translated the French portion into English, which is that last sentence in the summary. And of course, it summarized the action items and the topics discussed. So for instance, if you look at the flags section, this flag here has appeared because we've set up a customized alert to let us know anytime there's a conversation around electric vehicles, regardless of the language spoken.
Perfect. So what we've seen today is that beyond just regulatory compliance demand, we're now able to surface insights across all of these channels, all of your client conversations. So the entire end-to-end flow of data is now covered through Symphony and Umony. So let's wrap up. Just have a think back what we saw on those scenes. So the first scene, we had a look at Broadcast Bot. Super easy. We sent one message out to multiple channels and multiple clients at once.
In scenario 2, if you'll remember, we jumped from text to voice, reacting immediately to an inbound text message from our client, Harrison.
And in the last scene, you saw how Symphony has simplified that end-to-end workflow, ultimately powering not just compliance, but business intelligence as well.